Let's look at this Andrew Tackett pass. So what we're going to be doing is passing a seated opponent, and we're going to be flanking and moving our feet around to the outside to a north-south position. So when I get here, the first thing I don't want to do is just stand in front of my partner and let him enter this space. Like this sort of gap here, where we're in this engagement phase, we both want to dominate that gap. If I step in, maybe I do something like this, or maybe I start pawing at my partner or moving around the outside, I want my partner reacting to me. I don't want him to joust forward and start making connection to me, because now he has entered first, he's made the first contact, and now I'm gonna have to disengage again. So I'm gonna be coming in and trying to make an angle right off the bat, and then I'm looking for this cross grip. Cross grip on the ankle. My personal preference is a reverse grip, but this grip does work as well. And then from here, if I just reach for this grip, my partner's probably going to connect to me, and then he can pull me into leg entanglements and things like that. So usually what I do is a little bit of faking here, where obviously I'm going to be moving around the outside, and then I'm going to start pawing. So I might put my hand here to give him something to think about, and then I put my hand here, and then I switch, right? So I like to go upstairs. Maybe I'm going to the shoulder, to the head, and then I get my grip, right? So a little bit of deception to get that grip. And then once I get this grip, what I'm going to be doing is moving around the outside, and my main focus is my head position. So I'm trying to get my ear to my partner's belly. I want to get my head underneath my partner's head. So as I post here, I get my grip, I'm going to start rotating my shoulders and kind of like going upside down almost. Then I'm going to look for this over back and just keep running to this north-south position. Okay, and I just keep my hand here, or I can let go and I can start posting and moving into north-south, right? So let's take another one. Off a little bit. So again, we're faking, and I need to get that reverse grip. Another thing I'd recommend is just like what the B team guys are calling like rumble passing, is just your head position, keeping it nice and low, because if I'm standing up tall, it'll be harder for me to dive into the position. Plus I'm exposed to wrestle ups and leg entanglements, right? So I like to, just like in wrestling, I like to have my head around the same level as my partner's head. And I start playing that game where I'm hand fighting and looking for my grip. Once I get here, my head's gonna go inside. And from this position, let's just rotate so you can see. From this position, you can see how my head is below my partner's head. And I've got a check here on the inside of my partner's shoulder. So when Ethan tries to wrestle up, it's gonna be not the easiest thing to do, because I can block him, right? And then I can start running him down to the side. Another thing with this reverse overhook type position is when he tries to turtle away from me, it's gonna be tough to turtle as well. Right, and I can always take scoops on the legs as well. If maybe I missed my overhook and I went to the inside, he might play like an octopus game. I can scoop his leg and step over the head and then go into our octopus defense. But my main goal is to try and get to that over back right here. I'm not a big fan of going to cross faces. The problem with the cross face is when we land here, sometimes my partner can turn away. So I like to go for this reverse overhook, and my head ideally in my partner's belly. So I'll just do it a couple times here. Just like, give me some action. And my ear is connected to my partner's chest. Once I get to this position, when he tries to high leg, my head is not in position for him to catch it. And again, it's going to be hard for him to move left and right. We can drill this to be pretty quick. So again, just another mistake that I see when we practice is people try to get that over back with their shoulders kind of parallel to the floor. So it can be difficult for me to make that grip. So I like to rotate my shoulders like I'm upside down, and my left shoulder is directly above my right shoulder. Now that's an easy grip to get. We can drop down into position a couple more times here. It's almost like I'm taking a shot, right? Or like almost like a cartwheel pass type movement here. I'm not as smooth on that side. So you can see like how my head position really plays a big factor in the success of that pass.